Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you very much, and thanks to Chris and the Australian Gold Conference organizer for giving me the opportunities to speak here to present you what we have done in the past and what we are doing now and what we want to achieve in the future. So Aurum Resource has been very busy for the past 2 years, and we have 2 gold projects in Ivory Coast for 3.3 million ounce resource. Here, if you want to need to see some details about what we present here, the reference is listed in very tiny letters. Aurum Resource, what we have 2 advanced gold projects. The Budiali project, 2.4 million ounce resource we defined by ourselves. And Napier Gold project, 870,000 ounces we acquired through takeover of Mecca Gold. So we are different from a traditional exploration company. We are a combination of normal exploration company and a mid-sized drilling company, but we're drilling for ourselves. We own 12 diamond drill rigs. We have nearly 40 drillers, and we're operating day and night, 6 days a week for ourselves. For this calendar year, we are going to finish 130,000 meters of diamond drilling. So our cost, compared with commercial drilling contract, we save over 65%. So our diamond drilling cost is around $45 per meter. So we, as a team, we have a track record of operating in Cote d'Ivoire. We probably the only team, Australian team, operating in Cote d'Ivoire with an entire suite of experience from peg ground in the region without any prior exploration history to bring the project into commercial production of 5 million tons per annum, producing 200,000 ounces of gold. That is Tier 2 Minerals Abuja project. So we do know what we can do in Cote d'Ivoire and what we can achieve within what kind of time frame. So for the Budiali project, we have a clear path for resource growth and project development. And the DFS is expecting to finish in the 3rd quarter next year. And Cote d'Ivoire, as a gold destination, investment destination, is currently the best country in West Africa. So now this shows, one side shows our diamond drill rigs. We have 12 rigs of this type operating on our 2 projects. And the right side shows how quickly we grow the resource. This time last year, we didn't have any JORC resource, and we delivered maiden JORC resource 1.6 million ounces December last year, and we updated the resource, grew to 2.4 million ounces beginning of August. That's from our own drilling. Then we took over Mecca Gold, which was also listed on ASX from October last year. We finished in March this year. That's adding additional 870,000 ounces. So last month, we did a small update of the resource on one of our deposits, just adding, convert the inferred resource to indicated. So on our board, corporate side, we have a share trading at around 68 cents. And we have a small number of shares, 343 million shares on issue. We have 42 million Australian dollar cash end of September. So this gives us enterprise value of just around 190 million Australian dollars. So compared with our 3.3 million ounce gold resource, we are very cheap. And on the board side, Troy has been our chairman for many years, and the rest of our board members, our management team are from Tier 2 minerals, and we've been working together since 2015. And on our major shareholder side, we have the board and the management, we own around 11%. Montage owns around 9.7%. The Lardin family owns the same, around 9.7%. And the Chinese gold producer Zhaojing Capital owns around 8.3% plus around 1.5% in their funds. So they own a similar 9.7%. So look at where our projects are. We are at the north side of Cote d'Ivoire. Since August 2023, we have been very busy from Aurum, from no project to current 2 projects. We did 6 project consolidation, and we did 1 backdoor listing. The consolidation was done through a private company called Plusor. And Plusor did the consolidations and did a backdoor listing into Aurum in December 2023. And Aurum did an acquisition of Maker Gold. So that's how we get our 2 projects. So now we have over 2,700 square kilometers exploration land for these 2 projects. And look at these 2 maps. I just want to take advantage while we are looking at this map, shows where Montage is. Montage is a Kearney project around 100 kilometers on the immediate south of us. And Zhaojing, which took over Tier 2 minerals. I found Tier 2 minerals in 2010 and ran the company from $1 to $500 million US, and which was sold to Zhaojing. Now this is, if you look at the Abuja, which is around 300 kilometers of south of our Budiale project. So these 2 companies currently also 2 of our major shareholders, each has 9.7%. So this just give you some ideas who is on our major shareholding side. So look at more details around our neighbors. Our immediate north is Perseus Sisingo mine, producing there for over 10 years now. And further to the north is Resolute's 11.5 million ounce, this is Simaya mine. And the immediate south of us is Kearney, Montage's 6 million ounce project currently under construction for 11 million ton processing capacity. And on our northeast, around 130 kilometers away, is Barrick's Tongo mine, which just sold to a Ivorian financial group 10 days ago for $305 million US. And for our Budiale project, so 7 tenements for 1,470 square kilometers, and we defined a 2.4 million ounce resource, and this is just the beginning of our exploration journey. But at this stage, we are working on this project in 2 lines. One line is we grow the resource and do the project study. On the other line is we are working on the permitting. We want to achieve at the stage when we have the DFS done, we get all the mining license, all the permits in place. So that is what we are doing. For this calendar year, for this Budiale project, we are drilling for 100,000 meters of diamond holes to deliver 1 resource, which was in early August, and the second resource will be delivered in the January next year. So once we have the drilling cut off end of this year, then move to next year, we will continue to another 100,000 meters of diamond drilling. Then we will have a third resource update in the middle of next year. So for the metallurgy test, we did a detailed preliminary tests at the ALS lab in Perth, and which shows very good gold recovery using a simple CIL processing system. And infrastructure is probably too good, as bitumen road and 225 kilowatts power line runs through the middle of this project. So we might have to divert the power line. In terms of each details of project, I think I'm not talking too much. The presentation will be published tomorrow morning on ASX. It's quite clear, shows the big potentials for many prospects. We only drilled 6 prospects, which delivered 2.4 million ounce resource already. So this is just sections, and that's another BM tenement. The BM tenement has a relatively slightly high grade than the BD, and this is the BST, which is currently in application for mining license. And later on, end of this month or early next month, we will submit another 2 applications for mining license. So this is just shows the processing systems. On the right side shows the example how the single-stage SAG mill looks like. This is Abuja gold mine we built in 2022. So this is just come to the Napier gold project, which we took over from Mecca Gold. It already had 870,000 ounces when we took over. And we started diamond drilling in June this year. And 2 weeks ago, we published the results for the first 2 holes, which shows very nice results. This is just shows the potential of the Napier project. Over 33 kilometers of strike length, only around 4.5 meters has been drilled to define the resource. So there is a big task for us to continue grow the resource. This is a long section of the Chaka deposit, and that's just the 2 holes shows. We published 2 weeks ago 70 meters at 9.4 grams per ton. Same holes, another 70 meters at 1.5 grams per ton. Also same holes, another intersection, 4 meters at 11.8 grams per ton. So Cote d'Ivoire is a very nice, stable jurisdictions with consistent fiscal regime. In last year, they have 8 gold mines or open pit produced 1.5 million ounces of gold resource. So if you look at some junior companies in recent months, as long as they have some tenement from Cote d'Ivoire, regardless the stage of the nature of the exploration, their share price will go up rapidly. So we being in Cote d'Ivoire since 2012, I've been there for 85 trips. So I live in Perth since 1996. I spend more time in Cote d'Ivoire than home here. So Cote d'Ivoire grew very rapidly. And we pay great attention to all stake shareholders. And this just shows some examples. Past 3 days, we solely funded the pink Octobers for the project regions. We invited doctors, provided all these consulting services to the local ladies for 350 people. For the Napier project, we built these nice bridges, and for our operators, our employees, we built a nice camp as well. So why invest in Cote d'Ivoire? And we have a very clear path for the flagship project for the Budiali. We will have a PFS finished in the first quarter next year. We are also expecting to have the environment approval in the first quarter next year. We started the environment and the social impact study in April this year. So we're expecting to have an environmental approval in the first quarter next year. Then we hope we have the mining license granted in the second quarter next year. So mid next year, we will have a soil resource update. Then based on this resource update, we finish DFS in the first quarter next year. So the third quarter next year. Then for the first quarter, we're going to finish project financing. So as of today, we already have a first round of cost estimate for 1,300 hectares of land acquisition. So as mentioned, what we are doing now is very much repeating what we did in the past for Tier 2 minerals time. So for the Napier project, we're going to do a resource update in the first quarter next year as well. So together for these two projects, we're expecting to have a large quantity of resource growth as well as confidence improvement. So for context, we have a booth here, and we have a 4-page booklet available as well. So that's all from me. Thank you very much.